Hey guys, welcome to another Full Throttle Chevy video. In this video, I'm going to be attempting to tune the 5.3 swapped 72 Chevy. As you all know, I recently rebuilt this engine and I put a Summit Racing 8712 Stage 1 cam in it, which requires a little bit of tuning. Right now it runs okay, but when I come to a stop it wants to die unless I give it some gas. Kind of reminds me of the old Quadrajet when it had the 350 in it. But with the Quadrajet, all you need is this. But that's not the case here with full computer control management system and direct injection. So what we have here is HP Tuners Pro, which gives you full control over the computer. You can change just about anything with this, and you can also blow up your engine if you're not careful. So I'm going to be downloading the software. First of all, I got to register this, and then I'm going to jump right in and watch a couple videos. I've already watched several, but I'm going to watch a couple again. And I basically have, I understand the basics, but I want to make sure I'm not going to screw anything up. So let's unbox this and see what's inside. Now this is the latest version of the software, which literally just came out in November 2018. I believe. It's got the Bluetooth feature, which is really cool. You can hook your phone up to it instead of dragging along a laptop with you. I'm going to be using the laptop. It's a little easier. I'm going to be doing that first, and then once I get the hang of it and get a little familiar with it, I'm going to be trying out the Bluetooth. But yeah, it comes with the proprietary expansion port, which is a new thing, and the mobile device support. So yeah, let's open this up. Now this right here is a little Bluetooth thing. It's got a little cover right here. It pops off, has the USB. So like so. And this little lanyard here. And then this right here is the cable to hook your laptop up to. One side's got the USB, the other side's got the side that goes into the unit itself there. It's kind of a weird looking size. It's not like a phone cable or anything like that. It's kind of an odd one-off size. So there's that, and then this right here, which plugs into the side of this unit here, and this allows you to hook up wideband sensor or any other kind of sensor. This allows you to do some finer tuning. At some point I'd like to get a wideband sensor, but right now I just like to at least get in an acceptable tune, so I can drive it. I'm not going to be racing this truck. And then some instructions here. Let's see what that says. First use. I definitely need to read the instructions with this. I'm no expert. On the earlier LS engines, like this one for example is 2003. You need 2 credits to make changes to it. So I have 2 credits with this anyways, so I'm all set for this truck. But let's say I had a friend that wanted to have a tune done or something, which I already have people at work asking me about tuning their stuff, and I'm telling them I don't want to do any tuning until I'm more comfortable with this, because I don't want to be responsible for blowing anybody's engine up. But yeah, let's say they wanted something done, they would have to get a couple credits. So then we got the actual unit itself here. This plugs into the USB port itself. So you can see on the side here we got the port to plug that piece into, which I won't be using right now anyways. On the back side we got a couple lights, power light, OBD, host, not sure what that is, and then BT, Bluetooth. And it looks like a button right here, not sure what that is. I have a feeling you press that to go to Bluetooth. And then this port right here in the center, which is for the wiring that you plug your laptop into. Pretty simple overall. Definitely a lot smaller than the previous version of this. The previous version was quite a bit different. Kind of a larger piece, a little more wiring. Looked a little different than this, but there's that piece. I put one of the vinyls on the window. Now people think I'm a professional. This truck basically looks stock. It's kind of like a sleeper all around. Still got the 350 there, but there's a couple things that give it away now, is the HP tuners, because why would you need that? And down here, the little 5.3 emblem. So it's got a couple little hints, but overall it still looks pretty stock, which is what I like to try to keep it like. Anyway, starting to get off track, so let me go download that software and I will bring my laptop out here and we'll start trying this stuff out. Alright guys, well, took me some time to figure out how to download the software. I ended up pulling out my old computer here from 2008, missing a couple keys, a couple broken buttons, but it still works. And guess what? It's even a little faster than my newer computer with Windows 8. But yeah, the VCM editor for the HP tuners works a lot better with Windows 7, so I pulled this out. I even put one of the stickers on it. It looks official now. But this will be my tuning computer, I guess. So yeah, I got the VCM editor up on here. So I'm all ready to go now. I got the unit registered on the website. Got it added to my devices. And yeah, the mouse pad doesn't work either. That's why I'm using that. Yeah, the old trusty laptop there, 11 years old, still going strong. You just gotta make sure it doesn't overheat. They didn't really have the greatest fan on them. Anyways, off topic. So now, the moment of truth. Got the unit itself right here. I'm gonna plug that in. You know what's really funny that I just noticed is when you plug it in, it's upside down. Got power. In a see if this will reach. Definitely don't want to slam that in the door. I'm gonna open it up. So the last thing I want to do is pinch that in the door. Looks like it's gonna reach. I want to be really careful with all these cables. I don't want to have to get any replacements or anything. I'm sure the cables aren't that expensive. Cables alone, they can't be that bad. But still, we don't need that. So I'm going to plug this in. Come on. What's going on here? Probably edit this out, or maybe not. This might be all raw footage for you guys. Alright, so now we're plugged in. But I need to turn the key on, and I need to make sure, it's super important, that there's no accessories running or anything like that, because that can actually brick the computer, can fry the computer. So I'm gonna run upstairs, gonna get the key. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, there it is. It's reading the PCM right now. It says 2003 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, which is interesting because this engine and computer came from a 2003 Yukon, so obviously they must have replaced the PCM at one time with the junkyard one. So yeah, there it is. Got 1 minute 50 seconds left. Okay guys, so the first thing I need to do here is I need to license my ECM, which takes 2 credits. You can see 2 credits there. I have the 2 credits to license this. So but like, I just tried this out on my Buick, and you can look everything over and hit the do not license, but you can't make any changes. But I want to make changes to this, so hit that specific there. It shows the VIN number, and then 2 credits. So I'm gonna hit OK. Are you sure this action cannot be undone? If you're not sure, blah blah. Okay, yes, I'm sure. So right now it is. Wait, I gotta hit right. Okay, right now it's licensing it. So I'll let that go. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is changing the amount of degrees of timing the computer pulls as it heats up. The intake air temperature heats up. I know it's kind of hard to see, but by 122 degrees it's pulling 1 degree of timing. And then I'm changing this over to 2. I'm gradually working my way up 1 degree at a time. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's that, and then do this at 4. Boom. Then 5 at 158. So the maximum it's going to pull out is 5 instead of 10. Go from there, I guess. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm in the power enrichment table here. Under the power enrichment tab, there's these hot and cold settings, and this right here, throttle position sensor, is power enrichment is set up to come on at 90% throttle, which is pretty high. So I'm going to change all these out to 50% throttle, so that power enrichment comes out on at 50. That's a safe place to start with that. And I need to change them all over to 50, like so. Boom. Kind of time consuming. I don't know why this one's not letting me highlight the whole thing. Make it 50, but bear with me. Got 3 more left to go here. Excuse the coughing and stuff. I'm a little bit sick. Alright, so that's all set at 50 now. Hot and cold. Hot. Cold. Both the same. So that should be all set for now. Right now I'm messing with the idle target speed here. Change it up a little bit, so when it hits 90 degrees I'm gonna change that up to, instead of a target of 705 RPM, I'm gonna change it to 750 because it likes to die when you put it in gear when it's still cold. So I'm gonna bump that up a little bit, and I can always change that up some more if that's not enough. Just gonna go little by little, and then, oops. What'd I do? Okay, that's 750. Okay, and then when it gets to 130, I'm gonna go. See, it's down at 600 here. That's probably why it's dying. I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna change that all to 700 right now. Just gonna go from there and see what that does. Alright guys, well I forgot to film some stuff, but I messed with the tune a little bit more and wrote it to the computer, and the truck is running really good now. I just took it over to my place and did some work over there, and the truck ran flawlessly. Did not die at the stop sign, did not die at the stoplight. It idles pretty good. Idles, I think the idle is a little bit more advanced than I want. I might try to kick that down a little bit, because you don't really hear the lope anymore. It does still sound like it has a cam, but definitely not as much as before. But it was way too retarded before, and that's why it just kept on dying. But it did not die once, so I'm pretty happy. Pretty exciting, but I'll fire it up for you guys right now. It still has a weird dead spot when it's started cold. What it does is it, when you first start it, when it's cold, only when it's cold, it'll go to like 2,000 RPM, then it'll dip way down to like 500 RPM and almost die, and then quickly come back up to like 1,000 RPM, and then settle into like 800 RPM where it's supposed to be. But that first dip where it goes down to like 500 RPM, if anybody knows what that is or how to fix that, let me know. But it's not really a big problem. But yeah, it's warm right now, so it's probably not going to do it. See, it starts up good. It's warm. Settles right into 800 RPM. There it is. I gotta get rid of that tack. I've been saying that for 2 years now. That thing is way too big and ugly. And this engine will never see 11,000 RPM, so pretty good. I want to fix this hood. This is really bothering my OCD here. It's got to be kicked back. What else do I gotta do? I gotta put that transmission cover on there. Right here. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So I got a decent tune on it right now. It runs, it stops, doesn't die. Very drivable. Changing the how much timing is pulled on that coolant temperature table made such a huge difference. And this thing just pulls really good. I'm curious to see how it'll do when it's warmer out. But I have HP tuners, so I can always make some adjustments. I'm happy with it right now. I'm gonna drive it the way it is, and if I gotta tweak something, no big deal. I might mess with the idle a little bit. Does sound pretty good though. And I gotta get a new alternator. The alternator is making a lot of noise. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this somewhat entertaining. Once I get to know HP tuners a little better, maybe I'll make some how-to videos, but I'm definitely not to that point. Not qualified to do that yet, but maybe someday. Anyways, I'm really glad I got HP tuners. I was thinking about getting it for a while, and I didn't know if I should or not, but this is really satisfying. I'm being able to tune this myself, and it's nice to hear it run properly, somewhat properly now. And anyways, enough rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video.